Is this thing working? I don't know. Oh, I see. Get ready. Oh, get ready. You know what? I need to turn my fan on. No, wait, it's too loud. I can't turn my fan on. I just fucking sit here and suffer. Anyway. Oh, hello. Hello. Anybody? Somebody will watch. You bastards, you better. Somebody better fucking watch. And we'll get rid of that. I am live for now. Hello, everybody. Eric here, attempting to mess with technology and go live and talk to people on YouTube. I know, I'm crazy. I'm cray like that because I don't know if this is going to work. Am I live? Yeah, let me know. Somebody let me know. If you could see my ass. Well, not my ass, but you don't want to see my ass. It's pretty pale. Oh, I'm sending out links on all my social shit, so give me just a sec here. Trying to do a live thing. Anyway. Okay, let me close out some of this shit. Hey, what's up, people that are watching? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yeah, there's totally should be a little chat thing here to the side. Here, I'll even say something. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Post questions, comments, whatever. Hate mail, death threats, all that jazz. Huh. Look at their fancy bottle cap. Wow. Look at how fucking fancy it is. Can you see that shit? Goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway. There's a little bit of a delay in the stream, but that's to be expected. I'm having Henry Weinhardt's. Fucking good, too. It's called Private Reserve Northwest Style Lager. Just with this weird name and like a fancy logo like that, I wouldn't think that... Like, that was probably why I put it off for a minute. Like Henry Weinhardt's. Who the fuck names their beer, like, after a guy like that? Besides Samuel Adams and probably a billion others. But it's fucking good. Watch. I gotta have some. It's so good. Oh, my Lord. It's kind of cheap. It's one of the cheaper beers at my local store. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday the 13th. What are you guys doing on Friday the 13th? I don't really know what I'm up to, you know. Jay Bond suggested that we do a Drunken sometime this evening, but he's busy at the moment, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. In the meantime, I didn't want to just sit around twiddling my fucking thumbs, so here I am. I am shocked that this is working. Don't watch horror movies on TV. What the hell's the point of that? They cut out the horror and the titties. Of course, there's not a whole lot of titties in the original Friday the 13th. There's like one. It's like, how many titties are there? How many titties are there in the first Friday? I remember there being like 1.5. There's like one. Yeah, I think that's about it. Dude, it's hella hot. I'm going to have to take my Friday the 13th shirt off any minute now. I can't pronounce your name. I'll just call you Flora. Is that okay? Are you watching the 3D version or the regular version? I suspect it's probably regular. I think the 3D is pretty okay for the Friday 3, but it gives me a headache. I like to try sometimes. I can't make it through a full 3D movie. I don't think. I turn it off and switch to 2D. It's usually in about 20, 30 minutes. I wish 3D was really more... I wish 3D was as awesome as they promised that it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should just come right up in my face and smack me around. Like, I should see Jason's machete just coming at my head like this. But I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you're watching the 3D? Wow. Brave. Good for you. Keeping it real. in 3 dimensions on Friday the 13th. Oh, Kane, you're such a contrarian. What a contrarian watching Halloween on Friday the 13th. Rebel without a clue? Ha! Kidding. Kidding. How's everything look and sound? It says my live stream health is only just okay. It's because other people in the house are trying to use the internet as well, so fuck it. I don't know why I ever attempt to do anything live, but I do. You can't say I don't try. I actually have not watched any of the Fridays yet today. I tried to do a Drunken for the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake last night. But I was really just kind of... I've been under the weather. Like, I've been dealing with my depression, unfortunately, again lately. And I wasn't able to, like, get happy or get into it or be funny, so I just had to stop. Like I said, hopefully maybe later on we'll be doing one. We shall see. But in the meantime, I'm just chilling here by myself. Actually, I think I might put in my earbuds and listen to some music. Because otherwise I'm just sitting here listening to my laptop fan running. And I'm sure you guys can hear that. That'll be on the stream forever now. The sound of my laptop fan. Because God forbid I should run 2 programs on this thing. Oh wait, then I'd have to open another program and that'll just make it worse. Never mind. God damn it. The Slasher Collection, huh? I own all of them on DVD. I had to buy them because I did the reviews last year and I needed the footage. In fact, Friday 2, my Friday the 13th 2 review was the very first time I ever used a full movie to like add clips. Before then, it was always like searching for clips on YouTube, all over the internet. I need this clip to illustrate this point, so I'd go and search for little clips. But then I finally figured out how to use Handbrake. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's very useful. It's called Handbrake. It's a program for ripping movies, DVDs, and whatnot, so that you can then use it for whatever reason you need. And in my case, Friday the 13th 2 was the very first time I ripped the full movie in order to just have everything I needed right there in order to build the review. Sorry about that, Mark. Yeah, it's, fuck. I don't know. I thought I was over this. I really did. I had dealt with it. I had dealt with, like, depression and suicidal thoughts my entire life. And I thought that I was getting over it, but, like, it just came back with a fucking vengeance this year. It sucks. It really sucks. Today, as you can tell, I'm in higher spirits, which is great. I woke up feeling better than I was the past few days, and that's good because I was in such a dour mood lately. But let's not talk about that. Thanks you for the 6 people it says that are watching. Out of almost 6,000, 6 of you could make it here. It's funny how that works too. Like it says I have like almost 6,000 subscribers, but I put up a video and don't get 6,000 hits right away. That's for sure. But I know that's just the case with like all channels have this deal. It's like if you have 200,000 subscribers, you put up a video and like 1,000 to maybe 4,000 people will watch it immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of the subs are just people that subscribed and then kind of vanished off the face of the earth or just left YouTube and never really came back to actually check out any more of my subscriptions. You know, the other thing I find weird too is when I watch other channels, like the channels I really love, like Blame Society Films and Red Letter Media and all those, like all the channels I love, they have a much higher subscriber rate than I have. But like you'll see one of their videos go up immediately, and like, of course it starts getting views immediately, but then there'll be like a bunch of likes, and then there'll be like 1, 2, or 3 or 4 dislikes. quickly after the video was uploaded. So clearly these are subscribers that, for whatever reason, they didn't like that video. Are like with my favorite show, Beer and Board Games, from Blame Society. Check it out, Beer and Board Games. I'm always trying to promote it. It's Beer and Board Games. It's always the same show. It's not like with me where I review movies and sometimes we don't agree. No, it's Beer and Board Games. They play board games and they drink beer and they make jokes. It's always the same. But yet somehow there's like those few, like 4 or 5 people in their subscriber base that just click the dislike button for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird. That's how you know you've hit the big time, when you've not only gathered a bunch of supporters, but you got your 1 or 2 haters that are totally subscribed to you just so they can fucking dislike your video as soon as it goes up. That's dedication to something you supposedly hate. I don't watch Game of Thrones, sorry. I don't watch whatever is mainstream or popular because I also am a contrarian. But I at least am self-aware enough to be able to admit that. In fact, the very first time I actually sort of seen a little bit of an episode was about a week and a half ago at a friend's house, and it was playing on the TV. I was actually thinking of other shit in my head. I was editing a video in my mind while they were all watching Game of Thrones, so I didn't really see the episode. The few shots that I saw, I thought it looked visually spectacular, but I just don't care. I just don't fucking care. I'm sorry, I just don't care. I'm not going to watch it. But you enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy my beer. Delicious. How did they... What's up, person? Why does everybody got to have names I can't say? Whatever happened to just Mark and Kate? Everybody's got these weird names I can't say. I could say Sandra. What's up, Sandra? Mark, I got that one down. Chris, I could say Chris. Oh, it's hot. Anyway. Cheers. Yeah, indeed. You guys get to watch me sweat live. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, I definitely at some point tonight will probably watch. God damn it! I've seen all the Fridays so many times. I'll probably watch. Maybe 4, 2 or 4. Yeah, I don't know, Flora. I'm sorry if I'm allowed to call you that. I don't know why Jason was turned into a kid. I don't know why that movie exists at all. That movie is ridiculous. It's not as bad as Jason Goes to Hell because nothing is as bad as Jason Goes to Hell, but still, I don't know. I don't get the whole Jason Takes Manhattan. They shouldn't even called it that. Really, just left Manhattan out of the title. They could have changed the whole thing. People might have even accepted the whole boat deal if we weren't promised Jason in New York. You know, I'm just repeating my review back to you now. It's a live review, guys. Watch The Final Girls. Oh, I've seen The Final Girls. Wait, do you mean like there's a TV show called Final Girl, right? And then there's the movie called Final Girls. I'm talking about the movie. I don't watch TV. I know I'm one of those fucking douchebags. I'm one of those I don't watch TV douchebags. But I like Final Girls. I think it's pretty good. There's a few things I would nitpick about, but it's entertaining. I think that's the word I would use. It's entertaining. Do I believe that Jason Goes to Hell should even exist? I don't think it should. We're stuck with it. Like, this is now forever a movie within a franchise that I love. And it's just, it's a big, gross pile of stool on top of one of my favorite franchises. I don't think I'm going to review The Ring 2 because to me, it doesn't hold a candle to the first Ring. However, I want to say this much. Sorry, I'm talking a little loud, aren't I? When Ring 2 was released, they also released a short film called Rings. And it's really good. It's like a 15-minute long short film. Way better than the entire Ring 2. So it's called Rings. If you can locate it, or if you haven't already seen it, check it out. I think it's really good. And it was, to make matters even more confusing, there's actually another Ring movie coming out later this year called Rings. All this time later, 11 years later. So it's a little bit confusing, but when I say Rings, I am referring to the short film. The Jason game, yeah, I've been following that for a while. In fact, in the beginning, it wasn't even a Friday the 13th game. It was called something else, like Summer Camp Slasher or Massacre or something. And then it got switched into a Friday the 13th game, which I'm excited about. And I've been watching the footage lately, the test footage. Kane Hodder, playing Jason, and you can see him fucking move like with his cane movements the way I like to see Jason like behave. Just all this presence. He has all this presence, and he just looks around and fucking, he's gonna just stomp everybody, and I love it, dude. I'm pretty excited about the game. What's worse, Jason Goes to Hell or Halloween Resurrection? I would say Jason Goes to Hell is worse. Because it's just a fucking disaster any which way you look at it. I may not like Halloween Resurrection, but at least it's a narrative with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it makes some kind of sense. But Jason Goes to Hell is like, it's like they took the movie and just cut it all up, dumped it on the floor, picked out pieces, all right, and then spliced it together, and it's like, it didn't make any sense, but all right, here's your movie. Hey, Noah Norville is an asshole. I'm just kidding. That's what you get when you ask for shit from me. Don't ask for shit. I don't ask you guys for shit. I barely ever ask anybody to share my stuff or do anything. The closest I come is that I have that subscriber, the bunny gets it at the end of my videos. It's a pet peeve of mine. I get, when you get now that I have some kind of subscriber base, I get people always asking me, can you promote me? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's so annoying. I never ask people to do that shit for me. And I could literally tell you guys to do something, and a lot of you would help me out and do it, but I don't fucking do it because I think it's tacky and annoying. Oh, I'm sorry, I was ranting. Let me get back on track here. Kane Hodder wasn't in Freddy vs. Jason. I don't know who you're talking to, because I knew that. Did you hear that there will be an It remake? How do you feel about this? I don't like It. I know everybody loves it. I don't like it. I think the fucking acting is so terrible. It ruins any chance of me even getting into the movie. The acting is so fucking horrendous. I don't know how anybody can sit through that movie. I don't want to rant, guys. Let's talk about something nice. On a scale of 1 to 10, how is gay as Freddy's Revenge? It's a fucking 11. That shit goes to 11. I don't mind it. Insert your clip of Seinfeld here. It's not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's a gay-ass movie. And that's not my problem with Freddy's Revenge. My problem is that they completely just threw away the dream premise, which makes no sense. No. I don't think Halloween Returns would have been good if they were going with the fucking story that they were telling us about Michael Myers being on death row. And why he got blew up in a hospital and didn't die and shot a bunch of times, but they think they can kill him, so let's put him on death row. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What's up, Dino? What are you guys up to? Oh, let me go back. I'm sure I've missed some questions and stuff. It's going to get to be too much here in a minute. Shit, man, they got to stop making Puppet Master films. There's like 11. There's a lot of those. But that's one of those, like, low budget, just crank them out and somebody will buy the DVD kind of thing. I like Puppet Master 1, 2, 3. I don't know them beyond that. That's when they like steep decline and quality. Like, I remember trying to watch part 4 and I couldn't make it through the movie. Maybe one day I will. That's just the way I work sometimes. Sometimes I got to give shit numerous tries. Yeah, you're right. Halloween Resurrection did ruin maybe one of the best franchise endings ever. And Jason Goes to Hell had a great ending, sure, but it was about 7 seconds of great compared to an entire movie of shit. But you're right about that. That's the biggest sin of Halloween Resurrection, is they ruined what could have been the perfect franchise ending ever. I have not seen either one of those, Sandra, and I will never watch a suburban film or Serbian film. And I don't know. People give me shit about it. People like to call me like I'm a pussy or something because I refuse to watch trash like that. It's not my thing. I'm not going to watch it ever. I might watch Martyrs, though. Not the remake, because I've heard bad things about the remake. Bub or Tarman? Bub versus Tarman. I don't know. I don't know, because Tarman is faster, right? Tarman can move a little bit faster. They're not really slowed down like the Romero zombies are. But Bub kind of has some personality, still has a little bit of humanness in him. He knows how to use a gun. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I would hope Bub would win because Bub is awesome. But Tarman might just fucking tear him up. I don't know. What about Bud the Chud? What about Bud the Chud? Can he be in on this death match? Have I seen the Scream show? I watched the first 3 episodes and it wasn't for me. I actually did a short video. Well, I don't know how short it was. It's called Thoughts and Rants. I put it out last year. If you want to locate that on my channel. But I can save you the trouble and just tell you I wasn't into it. Although I like Scream, I just wasn't into the show because it was very high school. And I'm so old, like I can't really relate to high school shows at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I can relate to Scream because I was in high school when the movie came out. But now the show is, it's too young for me. I'm too old. Or I'm too old for the show. That's the way I feel about it. Busta Rhymes and Halloween Resurrections, I don't know how that happened. I like Busta Rhymes. I actually don't like LL Cool J. I really have a kind of a problem with him. I don't like him. And he was in Halloween H2O, and I just wish he would have died, and he didn't die. It's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer. Freaking lip-licking Cool J. How does he even rap when he's constantly licking his lips? Oh, he could kick my ass, though, so why am I talking shit over the internet? My favorite 90s slasher. Is that a question? It just says favorite 90s slasher. No question mark. I'm assuming that's a question for me. Scream, probably. I mean, but let me think of what other slashers. In the 90s, what was going on in the 90s? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I mean, I went to the theater and seen it, and it was fine, but it doesn't hold like any place in film history for me. For most people, I don't think. No, I've not ever seen The Human Centipede. You know, you guys do know I review old horror movies and shit, right? You do know that's like 85%, 90% of what I do on my channel. Why is everybody always asking about new shit? Have you seen this new horror movie? You're talking to the wrong guy. You guys want to talk about some fucking 80s slashers, then you came to the right place. But yeah, I haven't seen all the new bullshit. Nope. What Hellraiser movie have you seen? 1 through 3. I've watched 4, like back when it came out. I don't remember. And then the one with the detective, which I believe is part 5. I'm not sure. I haven't seen all the Hellraisers, but like the first 3. I like the first 2. The third one is when it starts to become schlocky. And then they get interesting after that. I definitely need to catch up on my Hellraisers. And I know, you know, besides Saw, Hellraiser is the most demanded franchise review. And I don't know, I really don't think it's ever going to happen. Although at some point I probably will review the first 2 Hellraisers. I really don't want to review the whole franchise. I don't know. Oh, First Class Horror says, I guess you already know. Actually, no, I did not. Friday the 13th Part 7 was released 28 years ago today. What's your thoughts on it? My thoughts on it, I've always loved Friday 7 ever since it came out. And I was 28 years ago, and I was probably 8, whatever. But I've always liked it. Now that I'm an adult and I watch it again, it's not as good. I'd like the fight between Jason and Tina, but the whole first hour is really bad. Really bad. The characters are bad. The dialogue. Really just listen to the dialogue. Star Mummy. That's a fucking line. The guy stands up with like all this crap on him. Star Mummy. Yeah, that's going to be a good book. Oh my God, no. Of course, Brad Dourif. Has anybody ever done the voice of Chucky besides Brad Dourif? Do you know? Does anybody know? Because I assume it's always been him, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I don't think anybody could win between Jason and Michael. I mean, right? They're both silent, immortal killers. They can literally like get blown up and they still keep coming. So I don't know if there's a winner there. But I love Jason, but you got to give it up to Michael. You got to give it up to Michael for being the original boogeyman. Jason versus Terminator. Jason could take the Terminator because the Terminator can die. The Terminator can be terminated, but Jason never fucking stops. No one else has? That's what I thought. I wonder, will they... I guess they probably won't stop, like, when... Hate to say it, but, like, eventually Brad Dourif will die. They'll probably just get a voice replacement. Horror fan is hilarious. I'm not answering your dumbass question. I need to drink more. And it's hot. It's fucking here. I might open my window. But then you guys have to hear all the outside noises. Fuck it. Hold on, I'm open my window for a second. See if this helps. Although I doubt it will. Yeah, I like Curse of Chucky. And I don't know how I feel about Bride and Seed. They're just so silly. And you'd think as a person who's a fan of the Evil Dead and all of the Evil Dead movies, you'd think I would be okay with it getting sillier, but I don't know, I'm not. I did like Curse of Chucky for trying to bring things down back to a little bit more of a grounded level. Not so meta, not so fucking goofy. Yeah, bullshit reasons. Well, they all come back to life for bullshit reasons. I've only seen clips of the Mortal Kombat stuff. I haven't played it because I don't own it. I've seen clips of it and it looks badass. Fucking Leatherface and Jason, and you can tell that they had to make a little bit of some adjustments there for copyright issues, like the color of like Leatherface's apron or something will be different, or his mask and stuff. But it still looks like the shit. Like I gotta play it. I don't know. I should get it. Will they ever make Freddy vs. Jason 2? I always thought they would. I was certain that they would make a Freddy vs. Jason 2, and it never happened. Or maybe it just takes as long as the original Freddy vs. Jason to make. It takes that long to make the sequel. So we'll get it in still a few more years. I would love another Freddy vs. Jason. Actually, I really would. I thought that was pretty good. It was entertaining. That's all it needed to be. I wasn't looking for a fucking work of art. I wasn't looking for something to blow my mind. It was entertaining. That's all I wanted it to be. If they could give me another one, but not without Robert Englund. And it would be great if we could get Kane, because I'm the Kane Hodder fan guy. That'd be awesome, but I don't know. And Robert's trying to be out of doing Freddy these days. He doesn't want to do it anymore. So I guess we may never get a Freddy vs. Jason 2. Was I sober in my Bloody Valentine review? Which one? Because I reviewed the original and the remake. Which one are you talking about? Actually, I can answer your question. Believe it or not, I'm sober in almost all of my reviews. I get drunk during the Drunken Terries. You may see me holding a beer while doing the review. That's usually like just the one I just opened and I'm sipping on. I may have a little bit of a buzz. So like the only time that I can really remember being actually drunk in a review was during my Child's Play franchise. I was drinking while doing all of them all at once, which is not how I do it now. But I did all of them because this is way back in like 2013. So I did them all at once, and I was drinking throughout the course of recording it. So by the time I got to like the last few, I was pretty drunk. But yeah, I don't Actually, I'm not ever really drunk in a review. I may have a slight buzz, but that's it. I get drunk during the Drunken Terries. You know what? And the thing is, there's been a few times where I'm all fucking with this pen. Get this shit out of here. Where it's like, I have tried to get kind of drunk to do a review, and I find I can't focus, and I don't know what I'm saying. I'll stutter too much. So I just stop it. I'm like, all right, I can't do this. And I wait till the next day and do it sober. Is Nightmare on Elm Street the worst remake? I think it probably could be. And you know what? And it's got potential. That's the problem with the Nightmare remake. With the Elm Street remake is it has potential. They just missed the target. Most influential horror movie ever? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a weird... Because there's, like, film historians that will take you back to, like, the early 1900s, late 1800s or something. And, like, one of the very first things ever put on film was, I think, a short about Frankenstein by Thomas Edison. So that could be pretty influential if it's one of the very first considered horror video or film anything. Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird topic. Any ideas on future reviews you want to do? I don't really know what's going on with the future of my channel at the moment. I'd see another Child's Play movie, yeah. As long as they don't go Seed of Chucky route, you know. I can handle Bride of Chucky, but still, I'd rather them take it back to the feel of the original. The thing with these franchises is they usually start out really good and like they take their material seriously, and then as it goes on, as they make more and more movies, it just gets goofier and goofier. And I wish they wouldn't do that. Like, why can't they just take everyone seriously? I know it's about a killer doll, but still, the first Child's Play movie was taken pretty seriously. It's a really pretty decent horror movie. It's not overly goofy at all. It's taken seriously. Why can't they do that with all of them? Why does it always got to become a big joke? I don't understand. I'm not a fan of Texas Chainsaw 2, I know. I can watch it, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. We did a probably like a month and a half ago. For those of you that don't realize, if you want to add me on Facebook, because once in a while I do what's called a Death Twitch movie night. So I use a program called TogetherTube, and if I can locate a full movie on like YouTube or something, I'll put it in. It plays the same at the same time for everybody, and then just like this, there's a chat on the side, and we talk about it. So about a month and a half ago, we watched Texas Chainsaw 2 because I found it on YouTube. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can watch it. There's definitely worse movies out there. Don't get me started on Next Generation, because I'm like the 1 in 3 people in the world that likes Texas Chainsaw Next Generation, and I can't really explain why I like that, and I don't like Texas Chainsaw 2. You know what I'm kind of interested in? Have any of you seen the Halloween 2 TV cut, as in 1981 Halloween 2 TV cut? That one is so weird, and I'm kind of thinking I want to do a video about it at some point. It wouldn't even be very long, I wouldn't suspect, but I think I kind of want to do a video about the Halloween 2 TV cut because it's so awkward and strange. It's like this weird fucking thing. Favorite horror sequel? Well, I think Halloween 2 is a pretty damn good sequel to the original Halloween. And I only gave it like 3.5 stars in my review. I should have gave it a higher, but I was comparing it to my favorite movie of all time. So I like Halloween 2 a lot. I think it's probably one of the best horror sequels ever, and certainly a fucking excellent follow-up to the original because they continued right where they left off. But Halloween's my favorite movie, so even though Halloween 2 is excellent, it's like it's like a masterpiece compared to, okay, that's cool too, but this is a masterpiece. If I could revive any 80s horror film franchise, which would it be? Well, I want Friday to keep going. I'm just waiting on them to make this fucking next movie, and I don't want them to rush out a bad script, but also they're gonna lose the rights like really soon. Paramount is going to lose the rights to Friday the 13th really soon if they don't start production. I want that to keep going, and they need to fucking get on that. I did explain why I like Halloween 2. It's actually in a review I did of Halloween 2, so go watch it. I'm sure you already watched it, and that's why you're asking the question, but the question doesn't make any sense if you watch the review where I explained why I like Halloween 2. Flora says the 2011 thing praised more than the original. I have never, ever, ever heard that. Ever, ever. I've only heard people say bad things about the prequel. I have never heard anybody say anything good about the 2011 thing. In fact, people hardly talk about it. So I have no idea what you're talking about. People love John Carpenter's The Thing. I love John Carpenter's The Thing. My favorite Stephen King movie, right off the top of my head, would probably be Christine. I love Christine. I'm gonna do a Drunken for that one in pretty soon. I thought Tyler Mane as Michael Myers was pretty good. I liked him. I thought he was intimidating. Cyberwolf asks if I'm still not a fan of sci-fi horror films. This is gonna offend some people. Whatever, I offend people. There's a particular kind of sci-fi I really, really don't like, and I call it nerdy sci-fi. It's like Star Trek kind of stuff. Like, there's good sci-fi out there that I totally enjoy, but I'm not into the nerdy stuff because I don't like nerd culture. And I know everybody's a nerd these days. It's so fashionable to be a fucking nerd. I'm sure I'm offending all of you. Sorry, guys. I'm into heavy metal and horror movies. Nerds are not my thing. So that's why I didn't like Jason X very much, because it was like Jason combined with Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Star Wars. So I can't explain that. Look at Metacritic. That's a person? Is that a YouTuber? That sounds like it could be a site. Metacritic. My favorite non-horror movie. Let's see. Well, The Crow was my favorite movie for a very, very, very long time. Well, favorite non-horror. And trying to think of what else that's not horror. Richard Linklater movies like Waking Life. I like Waking Life because I like to think about weird metaphysical topics. It's a site. Oh, I see. Was Uber Jason stupid? I thought he looked dumb. Metacritic. See, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I agree with you, Jordy, baby. I feel weird calling you that. Yeah, I feel like it's just, I mean, there's people out there that identify with the nerd culture, and that's fine. I'm not hating on you guys. I just think that it is being exploited to make money. It is just being exploited. There's enough of you out there that they can exploit you, and that's what's happening. And that's just, it is what it is. Wow, that's crazy, Flora. Really? Do you do know, like, the John Carpenter's is not the original The Thing though either, right? There's the original called The Thing from Another World from the probably 58, I want to say. Are you sure they're not talking about that? I'm gonna close my window now. Hold up. All right. I like Gremlins. What's not to like about Gremlins? I'm pretty sure I went to the theater to see that shit. And it was a little scary, but it was awesome at the same time. No, I won't. I do like Blue Moon. Blue Moon's pretty delicious. If you've not tried it with an orange slice in your beer yet, it just amps the flavor up even more. Really, that's crazy, Flora. I can't believe that I think there was some kind of mistake, maybe. or to me, it sounds like whatever Metacritic is not a reliable site, and I'll never visit it. Oh, I'm dealing with this fucking window issue. Hold on. Oh yeah, let me check my Facebook, see if Jay has responded back yet, but I don't think so. He's doing reviews at the moment. I've got a Susie Quattro song stuck in my head because it was the last song I listened to. Still nothing. You know, time will tell about Ghostbusters 3. The movie's got to come out, and we got to see it, and that's only when we'll know if it's good or bad. But I did review the trailer, and the trailer was shit. I thought the trailer was so bad. It looked like it was made for children. But, like I said, we have to wait until we see the movie to find out if it's really any good. We shall see, won't we? My theater is getting it. We're getting it. So luckily, if I have to watch the fucking movie, and I don't really want to, if I have to, at least I'll be able to see it for free. I never really thought about doing Paranormal Activity. I wouldn't even know how to review those movies. Plus, they're still going and they haven't stopped yet. I've never once heard anybody say anything bad about John Carpenter's The Thing, and I've never heard anybody say anything good about the prequel. That's weird. What do I do at the theater? Mostly sell tickets. But I can do everything. I used to be a projectionist, but they don't really have projectionists much anymore. That's pretty much become automatic at this point, so they don't need me for that, sadly, because I like to being up there by myself in the projection booth. Oh, I fucking hate. Oh, you're an anti-feminist. Yeah, I'm not down with the feminism movement. I'm down with human rights, civil rights, human rights, but I think a lot of these movements have agendas more than just we want rights. I think they want power, and I don't think they'll stop at getting some rights. I think they just want power, and they want to be able to control shit and not have anybody else say anything bad, because if you do, then, oh, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're this or that, you're a racist, if, you know, whatever. I don't like Godzilla. Not my thing. I did when I was a kid, but I grew out of it, I guess. I don't grow out of a lot of things. Usually when I like something as I age, a lot of the stuff I like only gets deeper. Like, I enjoy it even more. I learn more about it. But yeah, I grew out of Godzilla. I just don't care. I was skeptical about the new Leatherface movie at first, because we already got a remake and a prequel, and now there's another prequel. But I don't know. It could be interesting. I can't believe that all this time later they're still making chainsaw movies. Can you believe that shit came out in '74 and they're still exploiting it? Did you really? Did you really win a bunch of money today? That's awesome. I'm probably going to win an ass whooping. I actually think I saw some road rage going on when I was walking to the store. Like, everybody stopped in the street and there was some kind of confrontation. I was like, oh, fuck, it's Friday the 13th. Somebody's going to get their ass beat. Any upcoming horror films you want to watch? Well, my theater got The Darkness, and I was going to go see it today, and I just didn't get around to it. But now, I'm already here, and it's terrible. So it's kind of like, oh, well, now I'm not as excited about it. I like 10 Cloverfield Lane. I thought that was an excellent movie. I was excellent. Even though the fucking tonal shift at the end is a little jarring, but I did already know going in. It said Cloverfield in the title, so I kind of already knew. That's the weird thing to me, is so many people were like, I can't believe the ending. It's like, really? It says Cloverfield in the title. I have not seen The Forest. It didn't interest me at all. You know, when it comes to newer horror movies, there's a few things that come into play because I'm not the new horror movie guy. You know, I know what I like. I like old stuff, and that's mostly what I watch. But I still try and keep up with some of the new stuff. But there's a few conditions, like it either has to have such a very unique, interesting premise that I'm interested in seeing it. Like this movie called Kilt. You know what? I'll be right back. I want to show you this. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I'm missing you guys' questions and stuff while I talk about this, so you may want to slow down for a second, or you're just going to get missed. I want to show you something that I'm interested in. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. So I seen this. I got the Horror Hound here. Look at the ring. I just reviewed that shit. And then there's this advertisement for this movie. And I think it looks really cool. Kind of looking forward to seeing it. But I never heard of it until I seen this. And that's the kind of thing, like, it's different. It's unique. I really want to see it now because it's not the same old bullshit. And so, like, there's criteria like that. If it's a very unique idea, I'm interested. Or if it gets a lot of praise. If a movie is getting a lot of hype, or not hype, but like I hear a lot of people going, damn, that was good. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. Then I start to get interested in going, okay, I want to see this. Like The Conjuring. Everybody keeps telling me how great The Conjuring is. So I'm interested in seeing it. Haven't seen it yet, but I will. It's on the list now because everybody was like, it's so good. Check it out. Do I believe that the president is controlled by the banks? Everything is controlled by money. Sadly. It even says, in God we trust on our currency. And when they say in God we trust, they don't mean up there. They're talking about the currency itself is God. Just like in the movie They Live, it says this is your God on the money. Oh, now we're getting deep into the conspiracy shit. Yeah, awesome. Not only have I seen the WNUF Halloween special, but I reviewed it like a year ago. Yep, I love it. I thought it was pretty cool. It's one of my least viewed videos because it's so unknown that people just see WNUF Halloween special review. They never heard of it, so they don't bother to watch it. And whatever reviews that I put out that are about big name movies, those are the ones that get all the hits. When I review like the lower level movies, nobody watches those reviews. But I still review them because I love those movies, like Brutal Massacre. How many of you guys seen Brutal Massacre? One of my favorites. It's not a horror movie, really. It's more of a comedy. It's a horror spoof, but fucking love it. Nobody's ever seen it. Would you like to see a sequel to Black Christmas? I don't know. I think sometimes movies just need to be left alone. Like, it didn't need a remake. Some movies don't need sequels. Like, I'm one of those people that I would have been okay if Halloween never got a sequel, ever. If they just made John Carpenter's Halloween, and it was a great movie, and changed, like, the horror landscape and everything, and never got any more entries, I would have been totally okay with that. No, I don't watch TV. Sorry, X-Files, I don't watch TV. Are there any conspiracy theories that I believe in? Oh, man, you got a fucking few hours? Yeah, yes. I believe people conspire. And there's a reason why it's called a conspiracy theory. There's no doubt that people have conspired since the beginning of time. For whatever reason. People always conspire for power, for money. For whatever reason. There's always different reasons or whatever. Sure, it happens all the time. Oh, Jeepers Creepers. Isn't there only like 2 of those, right? And maybe a third one? Maybe? That's still in the works. I guess that's interesting. Yeah, maybe. I might do Jeepers Creepers. I like Jeepers Creepers. That's an interesting question from Doc the Metal Freak. If they were able to reboot the Maniac Cop, who would you like to see play the title role? That'd be a random remake, wouldn't it? Maniac Cop. Who could play that? Who could fucking fill Robert Zadar's shoes? Who could fill his chin? Nah. I don't know if anybody could. I don't know. Who do you think who could play him? I don't know. I don't know people. Yeah, the whole Jeepers Creepers things is kind of interesting because the director of those movies was like he did prison time or jail time for having inappropriate sexual relations with an underage person on his movie Clown House, I believe is what it's called. So now he did his time. He came back, supposedly rehabilitated. He made one of my favorite movies, Peaceful Warrior, a very spiritual movie about based on a book called Way of the Peaceful Warrior. So, and now there's this big debate: should we allow Victor Salvia, or however you pronounce his name, should he be allowed to continue making Jeepers Creepers movies, even though in the past he's been convicted of like underage sex? It's a very hot button topic. I think that the dude did his time. I believe he probably is actually rehabilitated, and I believe he should be given another chance. I know some people would look at me and go, "You're fucking crazy. How could you possibly give this guy another chance?" I don't want to talk about that anymore. Let's not get into those heavy topics. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Maniac Cop. Well, Maniac Cop doesn't speak, so as long as we keep Arnold's mouth shut, just let him fucking... Yeah, that could work. Why not? Kane Hodder could play Maniac Cop. Yeah, that'd be an interesting choice. I really like Maniac Cop 2. The first one is so weird. I like it. Bruce Campbell. That girl in a fucking weird wig and her big puffy fucking jacket throughout the whole movie. That's a good one, Doug. I did not kill those people. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. How's your sex life? I need to drink more of my beer. Oh yeah, there was a controversy with Polanski, wasn't there? I sort of remember that. Jared Leto is pretty much great at whatever he puts his mind to. So there you go. I suspect it's going to be a pretty good Joker. Because Jared Leto is awesome. He's good, man. That guy's got talent. But I'm still a Nicholson fan, and I think Heath Ledger was pretty awesome as well. I'm a Nicholson guy because, you know, that was my Joker as a kid, and I think it still holds up. The performance still holds up. But, yeah, Heath Ledger fucking knocked it out of the park, and I think Jared Leto is going to fucking knock it out of the park as well. I'm not familiar with Wrong Turn. Isn't there like 6 of them at this point? I actually answered that question already, but Jordy, I'll answer it again. Are you ever drunk in your reviews? Rarely. Am I ever drunk? Most of the time, like sometimes you'll see me in my review. I've already said all of this. Like I'll have a beer in my hands, but that's usually because that's the one I just opened and I just started drinking. So I'm not drunk, but I am getting a buzz on. Once I get too drunk, I can't really do the review right. Because I have notes, I have specific things I got to talk about, specific points I got to make. But in a drunken Terry, it's a free flow. Free flow, it doesn't fucking matter. So it's all good. Final Destination and Saw. I'm not into the Saw movies, but I do like Final Destination. And I think that's an interesting concept. And it is one that has been on my mind for a while. But I have been avoiding franchise reviews because they take so long to do. I did not plan on reviewing Cujo. I've not even seen it since I was a kid. Since I was like as old as the kid in the movie. I remember it being pretty scary, but I don't know what it would be like now. I've literally not seen it in probably like 30 years. But I should check it out though. It's been so long. I should definitely check it out. There's 23 people watching me. The number 23 has been popping up lately. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you know if you look down at your keyboard at the the letters and the numbers, and there's the 2 and the 3, and right under it's a W, and the W is the 23rd letter of the fucking alphabet. Oh, I like Devil's Rejects, and I don't like House of a Thousand Corpses. Oh, Justin Corona, that guy. I remember you. You're a douchebag. Are you gonna play nice today, or are you gonna be a dick? I suspect you're somebody I know under a different name as well, just so you're aware. I'm not even gonna talk to you anymore. So thanks for spending your Friday the 13th with me, guys. I'm not sure what I'm up to tonight. If I'm going to go out or if I'm going to stay in and me and Jay are going to do anything or not. This is a good test, though, to see if I could possibly do a hangout later or not. I like Lords of Salem, but nobody else seems to like that movie. I'm always like the fucking only person that likes certain movies. Why is that always the case? Yeah, that makes me laugh too. It's making me laugh right now just thinking about Crystal Lake fucking research facility. Come on, dude. It's just a camp. Not a big scientific research thing. Come on. Dude, I'm burning up over here. I might have to turn my fan on. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up my fan, I think. Turn my fan on. Oh, I've not played the Friday the 13th NES game. But I was trying to get my fucking, my emulator to work so that I could play it, and I couldn't get my emulator. It's all jacked up for some reason. It's not working right. I guess that has to do with XPatter. Something about XPatter. They maybe changed some of the details, and it's not working as well. I want to play it. I want to play the Nightmare NES game as well. Sexiest Friday the 13th girl. Oh, I'd actually have to look this up and look through them. Sexiest one. The twins are pretty cute. Those twins are cute. Double your pleasure. I mean, you get two for one. You can kill children in that game? I don't know. Can you? There's no children in GTA. You can't kill kids in video games, damn it. And I want to. I just want to murder children left and right. That's the Henry Weinhard's talking. If you were forced to watch either the Nightmare Remake or Halloween Resurrection, which would you rather watch? I'd probably rather watch the Nightmare Remake because I suspect it would put me to sleep and I'd catch a nap. But the Halloween Resurrection would just piss me off because it's stepping all over my favorite movie. Terry from Part 2 with that hot ass. This guy knows what's up. Was she the girl with the Mickey Mouse shirt? All cut up to here, like right under her boobies. Who else is really cute? I think the girls in Friday 3 were pretty cute. And the twins. And there's a lot of them. It's the woman in 5. Well, there's the girl with the big old hooters in 5. She's pretty cute. The blonde from Part 5, when at the end when she's all wearing the white shirt and it's all rain soaked, and that's pretty hot. Damn it, you guys made me turn into a perv on this damn live. I didn't mean that to happen. Jenny, bro. Sleepaway Camp 2016. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Are they making another one? Hold on, I'm answering texts. I might be going in a minute. Whoa. Funniest part in Jaws the Revenge, I really did laugh out loud when I saw the really bad background that was supposed to look like the sky, and they're supposedly in the ocean. It was so terrible. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. And every time the shark comes out of the water, like, ah, come on. That was funny as well. I like the fact that Michael Caine was drunk in some of the scenes. I was not aware that there was a new Sleepaway Camp. Actually, I was aware that there's a... Michael Simpson was trying to make his own new one, and Robert Hiltzik, the original director, was also trying to make a new one. And what I understood, both of those projects were just canceled, as far as I was aware. Alright, so let's wrap it up because I'm going to be leaving here in a minute. Any final questions, comments? About 10 minutes. So, 10 minutes. Hit it up. Very funny, Nick. Very funny, Nick. Uh-oh, it's down to 18. Everybody left. Everybody went to go fucking spank it while watching Friday 5 and those big old Hooters. I know you guys. I know how you do. I mentioned it and they were like, oh yeah, let me go see that. Let me go check that out. Well, this has been cool. I'm glad it worked. Oh, yeah. I definitely will do this more often if it's going to work. This was kind of a test, you know. I wasn't sure if this was going to work or not. So far, it seems to have. No, I've not seen the Poltergeist remake. I have no interest. Because I like the, I don't know. The first movie's just fine. Why do I need to see an updated version of it? I just don't understand that about the whole remake thing. I don't need to see an updated version of a movie that was already just fine the way it was. I don't know. How would you feel if filmmaker Wes Craven had made the Elm Street franchise himself? What do you mean? If he had made every single one? That could have been interesting. Although Wes was a very interesting director in the sense that he was fearless in his execution of his ideas. It seemed like, and this is something I've mentioned before, and that I think he didn't care about whether something was really going to be successful or not. He had an idea and he wanted to roll with it. He wanted to just film it and show everybody whether it was really going to be a big hit or not. And so if Wes Craven had done the entire Elm Street franchise, it would have been like hit and miss, but then again, it kind of already is. But he might have, like, at least with the second one, he definitely would have kept the dream aspect. He could have made the second one better than it was if Wes had been more involved. Would have been great. What's the least horrible horror remake? I'd say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 is pretty good in my opinion. I think it's pretty decent, and like I said earlier, John Carpenter's The Thing is maybe hands down one of the best remakes ever. The Ring that I just reviewed, excellent fucking remake. It is a remake after all. We have to remember that, and it's fucking a really good one. But the least horrible is those three: TCM, and The Thing and The Ring. Pretty good stuff right there. I've heard Maniac is pretty good, but I haven't not seen the remake yet. Is Maniac any good, guys? Should I check it out? Alright, so let's wrap it up. I got to go. I'm checking my fucking Facebook. Wasting your time, essentially. Alright, I gotta go, guys. So thanks for fucking watching. Happy Friday the 13th. And I'll catch you whenever the next thing happens to be. And go watch some Jason. You know I'm going to when I get home later. How do I stop this? Oh, yeah. Alright, later, dudes and dudes.